Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And I hope you all had an amazing weekend and first week of December, okay? In this video, I will make you imagine a dream that I had a long time ago in your perspective, okay? So, that was a dream that I had back in COVID where things got a bit quick, alright? And so without further ado, let's begin, alright? It's time for you to imagine my dream in your perspective. Okay. So you are you, okay? It's normal. You are yourself, like in real life, but you are now in your dream world, and you are starting to dream something, okay? You are in the washroom, okay? You wake up in this washroom, you don't know how you ended up here, but you are in some sort of public restroom, okay? So you are in some sort of arrangement of rooms with loads of green walls, okay? Green walls. And these rooms are separated by doors, many doors. Alright? Doors that resemble stall doors, okay? Like doors that you see in washrooms and like those stalls. Okay. It's a pretty damp place. The floor is white. And these walls, you could see under them like stalls. So these walls you can really see beneath by looking over there. You can look what's in the next room and you can see the layout, okay? So, okay. Alright. So you happen to look under to see what's in the other stalls or rooms, in this case, in this area that you're in, and you see that the floor goes on and on and on and on, as if there is no other wall that marks the side of the room. And you check, and the other walls of the room and all of the four sides, you see the same thing. The floor goes on forever and ever, alright? As if this room never ends. It's infinite, okay? It's sort of like the back rooms once again, okay? And you could also see the ceiling too, because the walls don't extend towards the ceiling either. The only thing the walls are supported are these pillars, these little poles in the corners of the walls and the corners of the room. And to traverse between those rooms, you get these doors. And these doors, each of these doors, have these metal handles. In fact, it's one of these handles. It's these kinds of handles that I have in my room and the doors of my house, okay? So it has these wing type of handles where you have to push them like a lever and pull to open those doors. And open, yeah. So you start to explore a little bit, alright? You open a door, you open it, alright? You turn a door and you open it. And you see another room. the same room, but a little layout. It's a bit rectangular, okay? And you notice something off. You see no toilets, okay? You don't even remember the last time you saw a toilet because you assume this area is a washroom, alright? You assume that this is a washroom that you're in, but you don't see any sinks nor toilets, you just see empty stalls. And there are like 3 meters by 2 meters or something like that. They look like bigger stalls or something. And so you continue exploring room by room, opening doors and going through rooms. Some rooms have 2 doors, others lead to dead ends. Okay. And some of them, of course, have more than 3 doors. Alright. Which is a bit peculiar. I said of course earlier because there are rooms which sometimes have multiple doors, but in this case, they resemble stalls like washrooms, okay? Like washroom stalls. So at one point, as you explore, you start to hear noises. Noises of footsteps, alright? So these footsteps are like coming closer and closer to you. And you notice that these footsteps are getting louder and louder and louder, okay? So these footsteps are getting louder and louder, and as soon as you come to another room, you see 3 men dressed in all black coming towards you. Oh my gosh. And then you start to run, okay? You start to run in the opposite direction to where you came from. Alright. And once again, you are now exploring. Once again, and you are now running. You're being chased. So you go open these doors with these handles. You pull down, and you pull the door open to another room. And to your left, there's another door. You pull that handle down. You pull that door. You swing it open. You go to the next room. You go to the next room. This room is a bit more straightforward. You go forward, and you open the door. You swing it open. And every time you go from room to room, okay, you close the door behind you to slow the chasers from catching up to you, okay? Alright. So, as you move, you start to hear them, these footsteps coming toward you, opening the doors behind you, and are coming closer, okay? And at one point, you start to go in rooms where you turn like this, you turn left and left, you go forward again. Like a zigzag pattern. These rooms start to follow a zigzag pattern. Alright. And as you enter these rooms that follow this zigzag pattern, okay, you start to notice black footprints, or something, not footprints because you can't see. You start to notice shadows coming from the other side, the room next to you. Once again, if you remember, keep in mind that you could see on the next room, since the walls, which are like the bathroom stalls, these walls don't extend to the floor, and you can see a little bit of the next room. Okay, so you see the footsteps. You see the footsteps. You see the legs. 3 pairs of legs coming towards you, and you know there are 3 people coming towards you. Okay. So you still are running, and at this point you could hear that there are 2 doors approximately separating from you and the chasers, so you have a decent gap, and you keep running. Open doors, close the door behind you in a loop, and you go from room to room. Eventually you start to hear your heart beat. Okay. And you keep moving, and you could hear the footsteps coming toward you, okay, opening the doors behind you. And you could hear the music. You start to hear music which resemble loud thuds. Do, 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 like that, in the form of thuds, as if this drum sound is playing, okay, in the background. And you start to run faster and faster and faster and faster. Okay. You keep running. So you start to notice something as you're running. You start to notice that the walls of the rooms are starting to get smaller and smaller. And now it feels a bit more claustrophobic. Before, these rooms were like as big as prison cells or jail cells. Now they are getting as big as large as a typical bathroom stall. You can picture a bathroom stall, but without a toilet, okay? That's how small the rooms have got at the same point. And you can see that you notice that these doors are getting more closely packed. The doors are like more frequent. Like as you open a door, right away, straight in front of you is another door. Alright, as if you are as if you are exploring this house. A house that has rooms as big as closets, okay? Alright. And these rooms, they're just as big as washroom stalls, and you can't have time to run because you spent most of the time. You spent most of your time opening and closing doors, and you could hear the same thing and the same rhythm of the chasers behind you, okay? And at this point, you start to feel that the speed is increasing. You're running faster and faster and faster and faster. And so as the chasers, as if they are trying to match the speed of you, or maybe even chasing you faster than you can run, okay? Alright. So, eventually, the game runs so fast, this quote-unquote game, that it just zips past, and you happen to forget everything as you just assume that it goes on forever and ever. You don't even remember. You do not even remember yourself getting caught by the men behind you, okay? And your dream fades. You happen to forget everything, and that will be the end of their dream. So, there's no conclusion, okay? As if the game just goes and goes and nothing else happens. Just an endless loop of you getting stuck in the bathrooms. So, and that's it for your dream. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you get your tingles, if you get your triggers of ASMR, please give this video a thumbs up, okay? It will be greatly appreciated, alright? You'll be greatly appreciated. So, in this channel, I make ASMR formatted videos, from dream imagination videos to backrooms ASMR, all the way to maybe gaming videos, which I might do soon, maybe after Christmas. And so, have a good night, everybody, and stay tuned next time